Mission Control, the space pod has landed.
Well, hello there, YouTubies. Hey, I might have some mic crackling because this mic is on the fritz. I have a new one due today. So, sorry about that if that happens. I don't like mic crackling any more than you do. So, hello, it's been a long time since I've done a proper vlog. I've done other kinds of vlogs. Done a Happy New Year vlog. I've done a suicide vlog, but you know, it's been a while since I've done a moto vlog. As the name implies, I should be on a moto, preferably motorcycle. Anyway, so we all heard about M13's accident, and you know, I'm glad to see he's his old self again. You know, he's healing up. It's not a small thing to lose 2 fingers and break 2 legs, one of them pretty badly, and then be emotionally abused on top of it by your wife. So anyway, best of luck to M13. Heal fast, my friend. And if you want a sticker, I do sell them with his permission, of course. So check out Spacep0d.com for M13 stickers, and I won't bore you with more details about that. But there you have it. There's also some Laura Craft stickers there. She's not really a vlogger yet, but she's an Instagram sensation, and that is reason enough, isn't it? Yes, it is. Alrighty, so I'm going to get a new rear tire, Pirelli Diablo Rosso 2 140. This is a stock size for the Ninja 300. My rear tire now has metal showing through, so that can't be good. So, 2015, Happy New Year to everybody. A little bit late, yes I know, but there you have it. So, lots coming from the pod in 2015. Tomorrow, I'm doing a test ride and review of the 2014 Triumph Street Triple R. Like the 675R, except, you know, probably a little bit of an different engine tune. Obviously a different riding position. It's an unfaired bike, so definitely a different look to it. And you know me, I like my faired bikes. So, but I think it's going to be awesome. I think I'm going to be pleasantly surprised, and I'm already a big fan of the 675R. So I have a feeling this is going to be one of the best naked bikes I've ever ridden. So this belongs to my friend Dan. He's a vlogger too, TheDeltaFoxtrotZulu, or TheDeltaFoxtrotZulu, and I'll link that in the description. So I'm going to my mechanic for a new rear tire that I ordered. Well, I got a lot of topics coming this year, folks. As you guys know, I am not afraid to cover controversial topics. And, you know, religion, politics. For instance, the recent attack on Charlie Hebdo and the Jewish supermarket over in France, that was a big debacle. But, you know, it's more of the same that I expect from Islamic radicals or Muslim radicals. And unfortunately, that is the work of religious fanaticism, you know, and Islam is not really a reformed religion just yet. And what we're seeing is the conflict between fundamentalist views about blasphemy, where people are self-censoring to avoid offense. Here's the thing about free speech, boys and girls, and satire. With satire, the point is offense. The point is ridicule. Ridicule derives, the etymology comes from ridiculous. If you say something's ridiculous, you're saying it is worthy of ridicule. Satire is often about ridicule. And ridicule is necessary to challenge and confront bad ideas in our world. One of those bad ideas, in large part, is Islam. Now, if you're a good Muslim, and most of you are, that's awesome. Your voice needs to be the loudest in protest against this kind of fanaticism and this kind of behavior, killing cartoonists, 4 cartoonists, and cops and hostages in the Jewish supermarket over what effectively is a cartoon that offended some self-selected people. Now, for those of you who say not all Muslims are like that, it's like, you know, if a guy gets accused of rape, guys don't go around saying, well, not all guys are like that. Of course not. Of course not. We're talking about guys who are like that. And there's a reason there's a steady stream of self-selected extremists coming out of Islam, and that has everything to do with the sincere beliefs of those self-selected Muslims and their leaders and their radicalized family members who are non-actors and yet support them in other ways or support them ideologically. So make that separation and you won't be so confused. You know, some motorcyclists are stunters, but we're not all like that. Well, yeah, we know that. But it does affect the whole. When someone stunts on the freeway around voters, as in cagers who don't ride, that affects perception of the group at large, and it affects it can threaten our right to be able to ride. Because those voters might not be so charitable when it comes to rights that we want, whether it's lane splitting or just being able to retain the luxury and the right and the privilege to ride a motorcycle on two wheels, which to some is inherently dangerous. And why do we need to do that? Well, why do we need sports cars? Why do we need Ferraris that can do 180 plus? You know, we don't need a lot of things, but we live in a world where people vote or don't, and how you affect the group perception matters. And that's true with motorcycling or Islam or, you know, anything. And I am an artist. Je suis artiste. I have also been a cartoonist for a newspaper. And I've also made editorial cartoons which were offensive to some. Gotten letters from various organizations over the content of my editorial cartoons. So I know what it's like. Do I expect to be killed over one? No, I do not. So dissent is a great thing. Dissent requires free speech. And if you are self-censoring and you are supporting censorship, you are in fact part of the problem. You are part of the part of the people that are trying to uphold blasphemy laws because of offense to some person. Be glad we live in a world where we're free to offend people. I can offend people right now in this vlog and I'm not going to be killed for it, generally. However, if I post a picture of Muhammad, the likelihood of me being killed over it, assuming I were sufficiently popular and sufficiently easily found, well, that would increase my chances dramatically of being killed. So, I, for one, will vigorously defend my right to free speech and support those who do. I'm so rusty at riding right now. And I don't trust my rear tire. Alright, that's all for now, folks. I will be back in 2015 with more barn burners and fun vlogs and controversial vlogs and, you know, opinions that make people angry. Hopefully they don't want to kill me over it. Alright, thanks everybody. Going to get my new tire. Spacep0d out. I'm back. So I got my new tire installed, Pirelli Diablo Rosso 2, 140/70/17. And you know, it feels great to have a new tire on the bike. Makes the bike a little taller. Because if your rear tire was really squared off, then your bike's going to feel a little lower. And you know, just breaking it in now, just so you guys know, there is no more mold release used on modern tires. So really you're just scuffing virgin rubber, but you're not actually scuffing mold release or anything overly slippery. So keep that in mind. You do have to be a little careful when you first start leaning on new rubber, but it's not like the olden days. So that's good to know. See, you always learn something with the pod. Bike is running great, and I'm going to sell it at some point when I'm ready to upgrade. Tomorrow I'm testing a 2014 Triumph Street Triple R. That's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm still wanting to get the 2015 Triumph Daytona 675R. We'll see how that goes. Failing that, I'll just get a used 2006 ZX6R, which is the other bike I really, really like. just because it's the last year of the 636 before they stopped making it and before they reintroduced it in 2013. Lots of controversial topics coming up, lots of just fun topics coming up. Gas is really cheap now. Yay, Obama. You know, if you're gonna blame Obama, you gotta credit Obama for stuff. So gas is what, 185-ish? Those are like 2002 prices, so it's like going back in time. Okay, gas is really cheap, okay? They shouldn't waste gas, okay? Don't go out and buy a gas guzzler. That'd be bad. Gas guzzlers are bad. Okay. Okay, gas guzzlers are bad. Okay. So little freeway blast coming up. Gotta go easy on the lane angle here. Not that I'm especially knee draggery, but I have my skill ceiling and I have a new tire skill ceiling. Tire feels pretty good. I apologize if the mic is crackling. I do have new mics due today. The flex mic I use is basically an eBay Chinese special. However, some California suppliers, some US suppliers are starting to carry and stock them. So you can get the cheap price without actually waiting for the Chinese to America shipping time. If you're in China, well, bully for you, you can get them cheap and quick. I am not in China, as you can see. Although I can speak a tiny bit of Chinese. That means I'm hungry. And Cantonese. I have a Cantonese speaking friend. I said that maybe, I don't know, 9,000 times trying to get it right. And he still only occasionally tells me that I've gotten it right. Ooh, I gotta get off. Sounds bad. Phrasing. Wow, the Ninja 300 still got some pep. I always underestimate this bike. Especially on the, the freeway. I do like a bigger bike, but man, this thing's fun. It's fun. It just always surprises me. How is this thing going to do versus the R3? Well, that remains to be seen. However, I do think the R3 is going to be the stiffest competition for the 300. Definitely. The R3 has a little bit more displacement, 320 cc's approx. Couldn't see the light for a second. Okay, now normally I would go a little good angle on that corner, but new rubber. So we'll see how it does. I can't wait to ride the R3 as soon as I possibly can. And I will be riding the R3 as soon as I can, even if I have to rent one. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, Spacep0d out.